This is some real dark-ish, guys. I have so many chills running up and down my spine. What's up, Rat Fam? Today we are jumping into a fascinatingly creepy topic that has a lot of twists and turns and updates, and the reason why we want to talk about today is because there was a huge update, and I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to take a few steps back. Today I want to talk about the mystery that is AshVlogs. Now, if you don't know what AshVlogs is, or you just haven't managed to even hear about it, or maybe you have heard about it but you don't really know much about it, don't worry, that's what I'm here for. I'm going to cover a quick synopsis to get you caught up so you know what the heck is taking the internet by storm right now. Now, AshVlogs is a YouTube channel, and the first video that was published on it was on April 17th, 2018. So over a year now. That's how long this mystery has been going on for. Now, in the first few videos, everything seems pretty normal. It seems like a sweet girl is picking up the camera and deciding to vlog. She does a lot of like sit down one-on-one style videos, as well as she does do the more traditional vlogs where she takes the camera along her day. Nothing too suspicious. Well, some eagle-eye YouTube watchers soon discovered things weren't as jolly as they seem. Why'd I say jolly? I don't know. It's the first word that came to mind. In the description of the videos, there are links that will take you to unlisted videos of weird, deranged scenes. Sometimes they're really hard to even tell what they are, but there's a powerful sense of something's not right here. It is very dark and creepy and eerie, and with each passing video, the subsequent unlisted videos get more and more dark. So obviously when people started talking about these creepy videos, they started investigating more and more, trying to find more clues to what the heck is going on here, because the vlogs that are posted on the channel publicly are polar opposites of what's listed in the description. People started looking at the tags of videos on various social media platforms, so Instagram, Twitter, there was some on 4chan and Reddit and Snapchat. All over the internet, there were these little clues sprinkled here and there that started painting a bigger picture to what was happening. Not only were there keywords or phrases that were very ominous and like cryptic, like "I know where she is," that is a big plot point of the story, but it started including like murder and torture and kidnapping and really deranged stuff like that, as well as a long list of numbers. And some of them were tied to real life locations with clues found in person. I'm telling you guys, it is a whirlwind. I can't even begin in this video to cover everything to catch you up, so I'm just doing a real quick synopsis of the overarching story so far. As always, I'll leave links down in this video's description if you want to go follow along from the very beginning yourself and see if you can figure out the clues. There are lots of like Reddit posts. I believe there's even actually a subreddit dedicated to AshVlogs where people post their theories or clues that they've uncovered that they think other people haven't yet. It's a lot. It is an internet team effort to solve what the heck is going on. Now, a big draw to AshVlogs is in the beginning, and even still to this day, people thought there was a good chance this was actually real, that this girl was in trouble and wasn't actually in control of her life in these videos. As the story further progressed, Ashe went missing, and the person or people, there are some theories that it's actually a cult, it's found out that this person or people were stalking Ashe. They recorded her from a distance, stalking her as she went about her days. So the vlog that you would see her post, you would see a secondary person recording her off from the distance, unbeknownst to her. They even tapped into her phone and recorded her conversations. They blackmailed her neighbor to get more information from her about Ashe. And then it was realized that these clues that were being sprinkled all around the internet were about Ashe and the fate that she faced. What had happened to her? Is she still alive? If she is still alive, where is she? They wanted to see if she was still alive, or if she wasn't, they wanted to catch the person or people responsible for this. So people wanted to help. So there was that sense of real life urgency to save this girl. But with further internet detective work, nothing stays a secret too long on the internet. It was discovered that this actually isn't real life and that it's an ARG, but that doesn't stop people's interest. And each day, more and more people are being sucked into the story because a lot of content was posted all at once, and then there would be a break, and then it would happen again, and then there would be a break. So this unregulated schedule of material being posted on the internet sucked in more and more people with each new batch of information being released. So even though it was proven not to be real, with so many people coming in every day, not knowing the whole story, jumping in, saying, what the heck is happening right now, at various points of the journey of this creepy story, people are still questioning if it's real. So again, that's furthering the appeal to AshVlogs. The previous video posted on this channel was posted on January 17th, 2019. So that is nearly 5 months ago. It was a short 56-second clip of what appeared to be a security footage of a barren, gross-looking room with someone sleeping on a mattress. But by the end of the clip, all that's left is a bloodstain on the floor and of the wall, and the person is no longer in the room. So that was nearly 5 months ago. But out of nowhere, a live stream started on this channel today. But I thought it'd be really fun to explore the live stream, well, at least what is up as of now, because apparently it is freaky, and it is something that piqued my curiosity as soon as I saw it. So I was like, okay, we have to jump in on this. All you know for certain is it's going to be incredibly creepy and deranged and dark. So if you're watching this at night, I would suggest turning on your lights. So we're going to skim through the live stream because it has been on for several hours now, and there's a lot of downtime, a lot of stationary camera frames. So we're going to just try to go through the parts where there's actually action on the screen. So it just starts with a countdown. So we're led to believe something's going to happen when the clock strikes 0. Obviously, that is the point of a countdown. What the heck's going to happen? Are we going to finally see Ashe? Are we going to see what her fate was? Maybe where she was? Maybe who I know where she is? Let's find out. So then we just jump right into a mysterious view of a dark road. A lot of twists and turns. Nobody's talking. They're driving for quite some time. I'm so nervous, y'all. I'm like so invested into this. Okay, they're turning into what looks like a service road or a dead end. Maybe private property or like a private driveway. Or just, you know, a road in the middle of nowhere. So then it switches to what looks like, it's really dark. It looks like a room with some of those mysterious symbols that have been seen in other videos. And is there a person there? I can't quite see. It's really dark. Yeah, it looks like there's a person there that's laying off to the corner, off to the side. Oh no, it's a person. They moved. Oh gosh, that is so creepy. Okay, no one's saying anything. So are they knocked out? Are they sleeping? So they're definitely alive. But who is it? Is it the man from the previous video, or is it Ashe? So this person woke up and it looks like they're kind of struggling, but then they just stop. So they're obviously restrained, which is very fitting from the previous videos. So nothing comes of it. It doesn't appear. There's just the symbols in the background and a person that is now conscious but is restrained laying on the ground. And then it flips to another scene of what looks like an office. There's not really anything telling besides what looks like maybe there's a lot of wires, so maybe there's just like a lot of cameras running throughout this whole facility, or maybe like other places too. Maybe this is like their tech room where they have like a lot of monitors that show all the footage that's being recorded from various spots, maybe throughout this location or like elsewhere. No other like clues I'm really seeing from first glance. But since the camera is stationary, I'm wondering if this is like some sort of like security system that's in this place. Really great detective work, I know. I just want to give my first reaction to this live stream, and maybe we catch something together while watching it, or maybe you catch something that I totally don't even see at all, and then leave it down in the comments of anything. Like, you know, maybe it's obvious and I managed to miss it, or maybe it's something like we talked about, but you have a different interpretation of it. I think that would be really fun to bring the mystery of AshVlogs to this community. Really nothing's happening, so maybe the cameras are on like some sort of timer so that it goes from place to place every so many minutes. What we can deduce very simply is that this is some sort of facility where her captor or captors are located and operating out of. So it's clear that Ashe isn't the only one that they're doing this to. It's these real strong like dark web tones all throughout this mystery. Okay, so again, it's switching to another location. This looks almost like a jail with several rooms off of a skinny corridor. There looks like maybe there's a medical tray between the two doors right there. From this one camera view, we can see that there's 5 rooms on the one side, so there's probably 5 more on the other side, so there's at least 10 rooms in this one corridor of this facility. So are they holding 10 other people? This is some real dark-ish, guys. So let's be really freaking thankful that, again, this is not real. Okay, so no, we're not seeing anybody so far besides the very first person where you can see like their leg. So another one. Oh, I hear something. I can't make it out.
You can attend this incident and we'll divert 429 onto private alarm.
So it's some radio chatter
One vehicle, MVA,
between men.
any entrapments. We're investigating it.
Investigating. Oh, is it police? Is that police chatter over like a radio? It's very official sounding. So I don't think it's her captors. Let's see if I can turn it up.
Fortunately, we've seen that this was really just arrived, but I'll leave it in the hands of 409, over. Roger, thank you, 429, putting you on a private alarm.
Okay, so I can't quite make out what they're saying. It does sound like some police chatter between 2 men. They mentioned investigating. They're giving numbers. Is it being repeated? It sounds like it might be being repeated. I'm sure there are some clues in there with the numbers. It's really hard to hear though. It does sound like it's being repeated. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they happen to repeating themselves in conversation, but it sounds like it might be on a loop. Okay, so now we have another camera view. Oh, I hear steps. Okay, so someone's walking in. Again, it looks like some utility space, maybe like a factory that looks like there's cans of paint off to the side. Definitely heard footsteps though, but don't see anyone. So let's fast forward a little bit. I'm like waiting with my eyes peeled, trying to see anything in this dark screen. Okay, again, not seeing anybody. So they're just out of frame. Okay, then it switches to, oh, okay, so this is the first handheld view that we've seen so far. And it looks like it's outdoors, so outside the facility, or maybe a completely different location. But I'm gonna bet that it's probably just outside of the facility, since we saw that it was like in the middle of nowhere. Okay, there's some beeping. I think that sounds like Morse code. I don't know Morse code though, but I'm sure it's gonna be a clue to something. As well as like the numbers being repeated on the radio chatter. Okay, well, let's fast forward and see like where they go. If it shows us. It looks like they're walking maybe a trail or like the perimeter of the building, but why? Oh, okay. Well, that's a huge development. Is that Ashe? Okay, that like demonic hum is incredibly terrifying. Okay, so it looks like Ashe with her, so she's alive. What's with this demonic glitching that's happening? Is there like some paranormal elements introduced into the storyline? Oh my god, that's so freaking creepy. Oh my god. Okay, she's not saying anything. God, I have so many chills running up and down my spine. But now, okay, so now this is a new camera scene, and it shows obviously her captor, and he's on a phone. Again, not saying anything. Again, nothing new in the background. Okay, that was a weird turn. It looked like he saw something and then decided to leave to go check it out. Okay, but now he's come back. He's rifling through all the papers, or not papers, CDs, maybe of all like the footage he's recorded so far. I'm like so on the edge of my seat. My palms are so darn sweaty right now. He's doing something with CDs. I'm assuming it has to be like all the things he's recorded. Okay, going back to the scene with the multiple rooms. Now the tray table is moved, so obviously somebody's here. So is he alone or is there multiple people? Multiple people. Wow. Okay, got that answer real quick. Okay, that person's all in white. Medical gear, maybe? Oh, okay. Again, with the dark web tones. This feels so real, and that's like where a majority of the uncomfortableness lies with AshVlogs. Is it's that line between reality and fiction. is so thin, it's so easy to blur it, that like with these camera angles and like the way that no one's addressing the camera or talking to it, it feels so darn real. It's drawing you in. Okay, let's try to like just speed up the footage and see. Are they going room to room? They are going room to room. So that means they have that many people with them. Again, back to the radio chatter. It's a woman now. On the scene. Okay, so this is definitely a police radio. Then now there's a woman speaking. So it's not a loop. So they're giving updates on some sort of scene investigation. So the police are onto them somehow.
Unfortunately, I received that. Not required incident 43. Will remain on the boundary of 40 and 42 until either appliance is released over.
Okay, they're giving numbers again, so maybe some like locations. This is a phone call now. It's so hard to understand. Is anyone else having a hard time understanding them? It's definitely a phone call between a man and a woman, though. It's like a casual conversation? Something completely unrelated? That's not Ashe, right? Oh, so they're catching on that someone's listening to them. Okay, so someone's tapping into these people's conversation. Obviously we knew that, but okay, I'm going to fast forward. Please don't get mad at me, because I'm having a hard time listening to this conversation and it's really, really long. Okay, so now we're going to a new camera scene with a guy clearly at the computer. So now they're back to driving. I'm assuming they're leaving the place now and maybe going to find somebody else. Maybe that's what they were doing, listening to the phone call, trying to like find their opportunity to nab someone else up. Oh my gosh, this is so dark. It feels so disturbing talking about this. I'm gonna have to like mute this though because they're playing copyrighted music on the radio. There might be clues in the song choice. There are literally clues everywhere, so it's like one of those things that you cannot overlook a single thing. It all adds up to a bigger picture. So again, there will be a link somewhere that you can go to investigate to see if maybe there is a link to the song or a clue within the lyrics. Okay, now we're back to the creepy demonic glitches. Okay, what the frick is that sound? Again, it's incredibly dark. It's hard for me to see. I'm sorry I don't have like better vision, but it looks like the first scene that we saw. So presumably two different people in the rooms that we're seeing. I guess I didn't really pay attention to the symbols to see if they were different or if they were the same. Okay, someone's coming into the room now. Two people are in the room now with the person who's already in the room. It's really hard to see what they're doing. They're doing something to the room. Are they setting up another camera? Another camera angle maybe? Or they're fixing the light in the room maybe? Okay, they're setting up like a TV. Why? Why a creepy little TV that's full of static? What would be the purpose of that? Sounds like a plane's flying overhead. Okay, now we're on to the next scene. Again, back to the office. Okay, so maybe this is the person that left in the car and then has come back. Okay, it looks like they've either stolen or bought underwear. Well, I mean, it's more creepy if they stole it from somebody, so I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that's what they did. Okay, back to the radio. It doesn't sound like it's radio chatter. It sounds like it's just people talking. So either on the phone or they like tapped maybe a room or a car. You're talking about people missing now from a long time ago. Are you understanding what they're saying or picking up any detail? It sounds like they're just talking. So they're talking about the people that abducted Ashe and saying that they deserve a horrible fate and that it reminds them of something that happened in the 60s. Am I hearing that correctly? So this is something that's been going on for a long, long time of just teens, young adults randomly going missing. Okay, again, he's back to his computer, tapping his fingers, looking a little impatient. Why? Why is he impatient? What's happening? I don't know. Okay, so he's moving the camera angle. Oh, that sound is so creepy. Oh! This is what he's doing. Okay, there has to be something here. Let's pause it. Okay, so the person has YouTube up to upload something. So they're definitely the ones taking control of Ashe's YouTube channel. I mean, we already knew that. We already knew that she wasn't in control of it anymore. And that, or was she ever really? I don't know. So it definitely has that up. It has another website up, some sort of blog site, and then he's playing solitaire. Okay, these numbers have to mean something, I'm sure. Like that number sequence of the way that he's placing the cards has to have some sort of significance to maybe the location or I don't know. It's never ending. Okay, that was creepy. Okay, what is this? They're playing something with music on that little tiny TV. Okay, now it's turning to shrieking. A shrieking alarm? Oh, is that person like in an operating gown? Like a surgical gown? It's very ominous, very threatening, very creepy. It sounds very old. Sounds like an old warehouse. I'm hearing some voices picking up though. It could be from the little TV, it could be from the radio chatter. That's screaming. I think it was screaming. It sounds like they're speaking Russian, but I think it's just like I can't understand what they're saying. So like my brain's like, oh, it's another language, but like I don't think it actually is. I think it's just really hard to hear. Okay, it stopped. Okay, it says there's a loop. Kill it. Kanish. Kimmit. Commit. It's hard. It could be a lot of things. It could be in another language. Definitely something being repeated though. Okay, now we're all caught up. Now, this has already been going on for 4 hours. We just quickly went through 4 hours of live stream footage. There's a lot of downtime, a lot of nothing happening in between, like little action sequences of little things that are really hard to make out because it's really dark and the audio is not great. But I think I'm just going to have to end it here because I have no way of knowing how much longer this live stream is going to be going on for. It's already been on for 4 hours. It could be on for 12 more. It could be on for another 4, another maybe minute. I don't know. So unfortunately, I am going to have to just say let's end it here. Not much has happened in the live stream, but for certain we know. I mean, well, we don't know for certain, I guess. We can deduce that Ashe is alive. She's being held here. This is a very organized group of people who clearly are doing this for some monetary gain because they seem too organized to be doing it willy-nilly, I would think. There's multiple people here, at least 5. What else do we know? I can take these off now. Ooh, noise-canceling headphones kind of give you a headache. We know it's a facility in the middle of nowhere. They're tapping other people's phones, not just listening to police chatter. So is it another victim? Was it already a recorded conversation between Ashe or another victim, between a man and a woman? There were a series of numbers and letters on the solitaire screen. There was definitely some Morse code. What else did we cover? The chatter and the phone call referenced an investigation. They said that this has happened before, something about the 1960s, so maybe it started in the 1960s or the last time this has happened was in the 1960s. What else did we discover? They want to keep these people alive for sure because they had medical equipment and somebody in a surgical gown, so they're doing something to these people, torturing them, something dark and disturbing and deranged, but they're making sure to keep them alive. And we know that they're recording it all. So again, going back to that dark web theory, is it even a theory anymore? I think it's just kind of proven at this point, right? They have control for YouTube channel or other people's YouTube channels because they saw the upload screen for a YouTube video, but we already knew that. And I think that was pretty much everything covered in the first 4 hours of the live stream. I am sure I've missed lots of things. So if you have watched this yourself, like the entirety of it, if you picked up things in the background just from this video, maybe you could understand like the conversation a little bit more. Maybe you went back and watched the conversation then came here. Let us know down in the comments anything that you picked up, or any theories. And I would love to know what your take on AshVlogs is. So yeah, I just want to keep the conversation going. What is the mystery of AshVlogs? Let's talk about it down in the comments. I think that does it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. And until next time, keep it the radness, and I'll see you real soon. Bye. Man, I'm feeling very unsatisfied. Like, I wanted to learn. I was hoping this was like the conclusion, but clearly that's not the case.